This is a beginner calisthenics pull workout, starting off with hollow body holds on the floor, 3 sets, handstands, a lot of sets, tuck front lever pull-ups, and some dragon flags, as long as you have some sort of piece of furniture. I use my bed. So here are the hollow body holds. I lay down on the floor, and what I'm trying to do here is press my lower back into the floor, and I'm contracting the abs and trying to straighten my arms overhead. As you can see, I have a bit of flexion in the shoulders, so my arms aren't perfectly straight overhead. So that's something I have to work on. Shoulder flexibility is going to help me with my handstands. But anyways, that was set 1. Set 2, same kind of deal. I think I only filmed 2 of my sets, but you got the picture. Trying to keep my legs straight. I got my feet together. I was getting a bit of a leg cramp, so my toes are kind of like in a weird position. But you can, yeah, there we go. I pointed my toes, and arms should be straight overhead. And main thing is you're trying to push your lower back into the floor. I did a bit of a rock side to side there just to get the obliques a bit involved. Then when we go into the handstands, I was using parallelettes because I had wrist surgery 3 times actually. So my wrists get very, very sore if they're flat on the floor. So I found these parallelettes to be extremely helpful. It takes a lot of pressure off the wrists. That being said, I still have a lot to work on. But the things I'm thinking about when I'm doing this handstand are I'm trying to maintain that hollow body position. As you can see, I'm not doing a very good job of it because there's a lot of things I'm trying to think about while I'm upside down. One of the things I'm trying to think about, like I said, is that hollow body hold. So I am trying to keep my abs tight. And so there should be a rounding of the back, not like curved in the lower back like you see I'm doing, but curved the other way. The other thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to actively push up with my shoulders. So I'm trying to squeeze my shoulders against my ears and press my toes towards the ceiling. And believe it or not, it takes a lot of energy for me to do that. If I just relax in the position, I'm kind of like a wet noodle and like I can't really balance very well. So I have to forcefully push myself up with my scapula. I guess it's my serratus anterior and my my subscapularis that are doing a lot of the work there. So rotator cuff muscles, pushing through the shoulders, pushing through the sky, through the ceiling, and trying to extend my body upwards. If I have more strength in the wrists, like I said, I had wrist surgery, then I would probably be able to hold it a little bit better. So the wrists are definitely my weak link here, but I'm squeezing the bar pretty hard. I'm pushing up through the shoulders. I'm trying to keep a hollow body position. And then the other thing I'm trying to do, point my toes, squeeze my butt, and also squeeze my thighs, like my quads. So a lot of things I'm trying to think about. But if you want to get a nice straight handstand, you're going to have to work at, all your weaknesses, all your faults. And then as those get better, slowly improve them over time. So I am thinking about a lot of different things here. So I have, I think, a couple more sets of this handstand. You definitely get the picture that, I need more practice at it. But anyways, I'm trying to do this daily. I'm going to use the parallelettes for when my wrists get really sore and I can't use the floor. But ideally, I want to be able to do it on the floor without parallelettes. Because, if you're at a party, you're out somewhere and you want to show off just a little bit, get a nice picture on the top of a mountain, doing a handstand or whatever, you're not going to have parallelettes in your pocket. So, I'm going to have to get stronger with the flat palm on the ground. But like I said, it does cause impingement in the back of the wrist for me. So if you don't have that, I would say use the floor. And only when your wrists get really tired, really sore, then switch to the parallelettes. It'll give you the ability to train with more volume while not taxing the wrists as hard as training on the floor 24/7, like every single workout. Then I moved on to front lever. I guess this is the advanced tuck position. Once I finally get into position, I feel like my position is not too bad. I'm trying here to retract my shoulders or retract my shoulder blades. I don't know if I'm doing a really good job at it. Maybe somebody who's good at front lever can tell me what they think about that. Personally, I feel like I have a lot of work to do with retracting the shoulders. So I feel like the bar is like pulling my arms out of my body a bit too much. So I'm trying to, draw them back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. With the elbows, sometimes I have a slight bend, because I find that when I go like absolutely 100% locked out, it puts a lot of strain on my tendons. If I keep like a half a degree of a bend in my elbows, I find that the weight is more on the muscle, and I feel like it's more beneficial to me. I mean, I guess you can try both and see what you like. Obviously, the one that looks the best is with super straight arms, but I have tried that in the past, and I've trained that actually. And a number of years ago, I was doing the front lever for a while, and I was trying to do it with perfectly straight arms, and I always felt like it was in the shoulder joint, just pulling right on the tendon or right on the socket actually. So I'm keeping a slight bend in the elbow actually, and when I do that, I feel like it's hitting like right on the muscle. So I prefer to train like this. In terms of grip, I am doing a little bit of a false grip. Here we're moving to the tuck front lever pull-ups. I don't have a very good range of motion. So obviously this is not an advanced tuck either. This is just a regular tuck. So my knees are hitting the bar. I felt like my body position was better by putting my knees or my shins into the bar like this. In a second, you're going to see, I tried to straighten my legs and get my legs out of the way of the bar. And that actually worked fairly well for me. You'll see in a second what I'm talking about. Like I get a little bit more height because ideally, but the form is not the best. There, it kind of is a little better now. But I still can't get the bar to touch my stomach. So working on that, I'm not going all the way down again. Like if I was to go all the way down at the bottom of the rep, I would just be like right on my shoulder socket. So I keep a slight bend when I go down. I feel like it keeps the weight on the muscle. And since, I am a beginner, I feel like, having some volume, I guess hypertrophy work. So working the muscles like this is going to build not only strength, but a bit of size and put a little bit less tension on my tendons. So here we have some more tuck front lever pull-ups. Obviously beat red in the face, pretty tough for me. I don't remember how many sets I did, at least 3. Then I finished off with some pretty not great dragon flag negatives. So I used my bed, but my bed is like this hollow metal frame and it's kind of light. And I couldn't push up on my bed hard enough to get into the position without the bed sort of moving. Maybe next time I'm going to put something heavy on the top of my bed just to keep it locked down. But I'm liking this front lever. I'm liking this exercise to help me with my front lever. And so with this, I'm pushing up into the bed. I'm trying to keep a hollow body position with my abs, toes pointed, and everything in one straight line. And just my upper back is going to be touching the floor. I don't think I had my mat in the right place either, because my shoulders are not even on the mat. If you're doing this, you probably would want to do that. It didn't hurt my back, but you probably want to have something padded under your body when you're doing this. If your spine or your scapula are digging into the floor, it's probably not going to be too comfortable. Here too, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I had sort of like this leg cramp. So my feet were doing these weird things because I was trying to work the cramp out of my foot. I'm getting the same kind of cramp here by doing the dragon flags. But obviously I'm just doing the negative portion. Not the best setup. I was looking for something better in my apartment. I couldn't find anything. But anyways, I think the dragon flags are going to help tremendously for the front lever. I feel like my form is not too bad. If I didn't have that foot cramp, I would probably want to have my toes nice and pointed. Again, the main thing I would say is, concentrate on that hollow body position, because not only does this carry over into the front lever, it's going to carry over into all kinds of other calisthenics exercises. So, as a beginner, I would say this hollow body position is something that we should be training very regularly. So I'm going to be incorporating this into my pull days more often. And so if you're doing any exercises like what I'm trying to do, which is basically like I'm going to do one pull day, one push day, one pull day, one push day. So on my pull days, I'm going to be doing the dragon flag and also the hollow body hold, which is, a little bit easier variation of this dragon flag. So that's pretty much it. That's the whole workout. I hope this was helpful to see, what I'm doing as maybe an upper level beginner. Like, even though I am a beginner, I have a little bit of experience with training. So anyways, hopefully this is helpful. If it is, leave a comment down below, and we will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.